For the entire 11 years that I knew Martha White, she was unlike any person I had ever known. She immediately had this weird jealousy with me. I know Mason's death was premeditated. I don't believe it was. I know that it was. For one, she brought the knife that day. The knife that she used to kill my son was Zach's dad's fish fillet knife. The blanket that Mason was wrapped in had his name embroidered on it.
There was another blanket with Aiden's name on it that she had laid out. We think she was going to use. And she rolled up Mason like a cigar in the bathroom. And she had that same blanket ready on the couch for Aiden.
And this woman was good at what she did. She was manipulative. She was like a puppet master. Who's to say that she wouldn't have killed all of us?
Since Mason died, it's just broke our family. You know, 1 second, I lost my mom, my child, my house, everything. I don't want the enemy to win, because that's what he wants.
You say you don't want the enemy to win. This has to take a toll on y'all, has to take a toll on your son.
The first 2 years, we came very, very close. Aiden had to sleep in our bed for 2 years. He was scared. He couldn't go in the bathroom by himself. You know, I had to become his brother. I had to become his best friend.
Right.
And we both did. Me and Spree, we both had to become close. But, you know, the train never stopped. You know, I still had to go back to work. Everything had to, you know, still got to pay the bills, still got to keep going. And, you know, I never really recovered from it.
How has it affected you with this being your mother? Have you spoken to her since this happened?
No, I know. You know, I prayed about it. If I feel led to talk to her, I will. I have forgiven her. I got on my hands and knees and I prayed and I asked God to help me forgive her.
I'm sure at some level you know that there is no answer because you can't make sense out of nonsense, and what she did is nonsensical. And when you talk to someone that is mentally ill like that, her reasoning and rationale, because you shared with me some of her thinking across time, that she believed that her father killed her mother, which wasn't the case, right? She died of a heart attack, and she believed there were people in the attic and that people were going to kill her, and she claimed that someone was following you and the children, and she believed that these weren't really your children or wanted you to get a DNA test. Have you looked back at that and wondered why you allowed her to be around the children?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, but not really though, because she never showed, it wasn't like this was like an all the time thing. This was like a little tidbit here, a little tidbit there.
We looked at it as, you know, my mother is alone. She has problems. We need to help her. But I would never put my son around any kind of danger that I would only know.
Well, I need to explain something to you two. If you take nothing away from this but what I'm getting ready to say, you need to hear what I'm getting ready to say. When you have a mind that is normal, you know, you have a normal range of emotions, we have an inability to foresee and foretell bizarre, deviant behavior. Our mind can't go there, so we can't conceive of it. If you live to be 100 years old, you would never have put that on the list of possibilities of your mother. Right. And so if you hold yourself to like, why didn't I see that? You didn't see it because you don't have the cognitive, emotional, deviant ability for that to be on your list of things to do. And I hope you give yourself that, the grace of not holding yourself to that standard. But this has taken a toll on the two of you. In fact, you're not living together right now, right?
No. I'm a recovering alcoholic and addict. And I was sober for 2 years, so a few years when Mason died. I stayed sober through that whole time. And due to my using, we had a lot of arguments and a lot of fighting. And, you know, I felt like that it was hard staying sober, being in a relationship with her, but I didn't want to quit. And the separation that I was suggested to do by a psychologist in the rehab, said that, you know, you could still, you know, be together, don't date anybody, work on each other, yourselves more, and then come back together.